This week's travel news is a bit of a mixed bag. We'll start with some exciting updates at Universal Orlando, touch on a new resort coming to Cancun. Then unfortunately, there was a tragic event that happened on a Royal Caribbean cruise recently, and we'll touch on that a bit at the end of the video as well. But before we get going, I'd like to ask if you find this video useful or entertaining in any way to please leave us a like and hit that subscribe button. Alright, let's get going. To start things off, I wanted to mention that you have until April 30th to try all of the new Butterbeer themed desserts at the Universal Orlando. Everyone knows how iconic Butterbeer is to the wizarding world, and as a spring treat, Universal has come out with two seasonal Butterbeer treats, a Butterbeer-flavored ice lolly and Butterbeer caramels. My wife and I recently tasted the Butterbeer caramels, and I have to say they're pretty tasty. An interesting note, though, is we don't know of anybody, and we haven't heard of anybody actually finding the ice lollies yet. So if you or anyone that you know have gotten to try that treat, please let us know down in the comments. We would love to hear about it. Another exciting update regarding food is that Central Park Crepes in Universal Orlando has changed up the menu once again. The menu has been different ever since Mardi Gras started due to the crepe stand being home to some of the French offerings. However, with Mardi Gras coming to a close this month, we have an official menu change that will be sticking around for a little while. While many will be disappointed, myself included, the tried and true Brisket Crepe has been removed from the menu, and in its place we now have the Chopped Tripleta. I hope I'm saying this right, but the Chopped Tripleta consists of roasted pork, smoked ham, grilled beef, lettuce, tomato, Swiss cheese, potato sticks, and mayo ketchup. Not only that, but they have also removed the vegan berry crepe, which might have actually been my favorite. Granted, the new Cookie Butter Crepe they've replaced it with sounds pretty good, so I hope I won't miss it much. Next up, we have some exciting news in the world of all-inclusive resorts. Last year, Marriott Cancun, which was a hotel at the time, closed down for renovations, and they have just recently opened back up as an all-inclusive resort. The hotel is located just 15 minutes from the Cancun International Airport, has 9 specialty restaurants, and looking at these pictures, they did a pretty good job on the renovation. It looks beautiful. We can just run through these restaurants real quick. It looks like they have a sports bar, Japanese cuisine, the Great Room Lobby Bar, a 750 pizzeria, La Isla, which it says here is an international cuisine that focuses on fresh ingredients and colorful presentations. There's a beach shack, Polynesian grill, cafe and bakery, Mexican cuisine, and Moe's Burgers and Shakes. It does not sound like you're going to go hungry staying at this resort. I looked up a 5-night stay for 2 people, and it looks like it would run you about $575 a night for an ocean view room, which is not cheap, but it's also not the most expensive all-inclusive that you can buy. And on top of that, you're staying at a freshly renovated, all-inclusive Marriott resort. I mean, all in all, that's about what I would expect, really. That sounds pretty fair. And to wrap things up, I will briefly touch on the tragic event that took place on April 4th on Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Seas. The reported news is that around 3:30 a.m. that morning, a man of 20 years old and his dad had an argument over the son reportedly being drunk, and the dad wasn't happy about the situation. During the argument, the son allegedly said, "I'll fix this right now," and jumped out of the window of the 11th deck of the cruise ship. The ship was ordered to stop after the man jumped nearly 200 feet from the 11th deck of the 15-deck ship while it was 57 miles off the coast of Grand Inagua. Royal Caribbean reported that the ship's crew immediately launched a search and rescue effort alongside the U.S. Coast Guard. Ultimately, though, the man was never found, and the Coast Guard just recently called off the search. The man's name has been released, but out of respect of him and his family, we've decided not to say it on the channel, but if that is news that you are truly interested in, it is public knowledge. Alright, well that is all the news that I have for you this week. I know last week I said that we would have a overview of the Wonder of the Seas out this week. We are actually going on a family vacation next week, so I've elected to put that video out next week. and there will not be a news video next week. But we'll see you here in a couple of weeks.